Yeah, hey Mike. What do 2 games into the season? How are you feeling about how things going, how the offense performing, and so forth?
It's been good. We just got to put it all together. I feel like we haven't, obviously, only 2 games so far. We haven't played our best game yet. So still looking forward to doing that. And we're going to continue to stay in the process and take it day by day and get better.
What do you feel, what are some of the things you want to see y'all do better and move as y'all move forward?
Just be complete. Like, I feel like this past game we did what it took to win. That's the biggest thing. So we're not taking away from a big time win like that in a hostile environment on the road. So it was great to be able to see the run game go. But I just want to see what this offense looked like when we got the run and the pass going at the same time, and see how electric we can be. So.
And Joe asked Coach about teams taking away the deep passes. How are you adjusting to that? And how y'all, I know you don't want to force stuff in there, but what are y'all trying to do to see when you could get the deep game going?
Just keep calling it. And for me, I got to protect the ball and just take what the defense give me. Obviously, like you said, don't force the ball. We don't. That's the biggest thing. We want to make sure that we win that turnover margin, and we don't want to give them the ball. So for me, it's just whenever they do take those away, just taking my check downs and live in the next play. So.
Is that patience difficult for you, or does it come pretty naturally?
It's natural. It's part of the game. Obviously everybody wants those explosive plays. They want to see those explosive plays, want to make those explosive plays. But at the end of the day, we got to play winning football. And if winning football is checking the ball down 10 times a game, then that's what it's going to be.
You have much history with Bryce? Did y'all cross paths anywhere along the way?
No, not much history with him. Nah, I know we train in the same area. I came across him a couple times there, but outside of that, no.
He's been able to bounce back from getting benched. When a lot of people kind of counted him out. You've been, I think, probably counted out for different reasons in your career. Can you just talk about what it takes to come back from a moment like that?
Yeah, just not forgetting who you are. I feel like whenever you're in those tough moments, like sometimes you try to, critique things and, look at yourself as if you're doing things wrong. Whenever you never know it. I always feel like the film is never as bad as you think and is never as good as you think. So just taking everything with a grain of salt, but also giving yourself some type of what's the word they use? Give yourself grace. Give yourself some grace, and that's what I struggle with. But I still try to do it, whenever I can. But that's the biggest thing, giving yourself some grace and, just understanding, knowing who you are as a player, knowing who you are as a person, and knowing that, you just got to continue to keep fighting and keep trusting in yourself. And it's good to be able to see him do that and for him to be able to bounce back towards the end of the year last year after, a lot of people counted him out like you talked about.
Did you get a chance to meet the new kicker, Parker Willow, before the game?
Yeah, man. That was crazy. I saw that. That was crazy. He ain't no flow. That's crazy.
So you spoke to him before the game?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Did you talk to him at all after the game?
Yeah, I talked to him, man. I just told him, man, it was a great job, to be able to come in, do it the way that he did, and go out and go 100%. It was awesome to see. So.
How do you take that next step in the red zone where you break the end zone for a touchdown at this point?
Execute the little details, the small things. A lot of it is just it's really close. It's really close, but it all comes down to execution at the end of the day.
You and Bryce are both on your rookie contracts and kind of almost the future of the NFC South when it comes to quarterbacks. I know you don't study the offense, but just knowing that you two will be in the same division for so long, what does that mean to you?
It's awesome. It's awesome to be able to see us compete, 2 times a year. It's big, and obviously, we'll be able to have a lot of stories whenever the off season comes, whenever we train. So.
Raheem said that he believes Bijan is the best player in the NFL.
He is.
Okay, so great.
Yeah.
So what is it like to have that type of player? Like you said, the week before he had 100 yards receiving, and it's 100 yards rushing. I mean, what is it like to have that?
Yeah. It kind of go back to his question, like the whole frustration part of being, being frustrated with the deep shots. But I'm like, I got Bijan as a check down. So it's like those could turn into explosive quick. So it's like I don't. That's why I don't get frustrated in the pass game whenever we can't get those shots down the field, because to have somebody like that, it's just like get the ball in his hands, he's gonna make something happen. We had like a direct snap that wasn't supposed to be a direct snap this past game. I think it was like a 2nd and long, and he put us in like 3rd and short. So it was like just small things like that. Whenever he got the ball in his hand, he does special things. So we want to get it to him as much as possible.
Michael, how do you describe Charlie Warner's role in the offense, especially what he was able to do this last game?
Man, he's versatile. He's been versatile. You don't really see him much in the pass game based on film, but he shows it out here in practice. He goes out, he can make catches too. He runs all the routes that we have the tight ends running as well. But to be able to see him, the way that he is in the run blocking game and pass blocking game, you see that all the time. But this past game, we had him in pass protection where he was doing some of the stuff that running backs usually do, and he handled it perfectly. Just knowing where he was, who he was keying, and being able to get out on his routes whenever he knew that he didn't have anybody to pick up. So it's awesome to see what he can do.
Was it the plan to be in 12 personnel as much as you did, or was it something that was working and you said, let's stick with this?
I guess a little bit of both. I don't know. Like each week we go in and it's like we go in and we're thinking, okay, this is possibly how we want to play this game. But you can get in the game and the defense shows something different, and then now we got to switch it up. Or we get in the game and Zero feels something different. He want to switch it up. So it's a little bit of both.
How
You
long?
mentioned it in the past, but your dad coaching in baseball. What is your baseball background? I was curious.
Yeah, I played since I was 4, all the way up to my sophomore year of high school.
Was there like a position that you typically played?
Pitcher, and then high school center field. I didn't want to pitch anymore. I seen somebody get their face broke. Yeah.
Did you find that there was any like kind of carryover with just like the throwing motions between baseball and football that's helped you?
I'm not sure. It could be. Different arm angles, side arm. I feel like you side arm a lot in baseball, so it's possible. But the mechanics are totally different, though. You don't want to throw it like a baseball all the time.
What was your velocity?
I don't know all that.
Really?
I don't know all that. You saying like when I was pitching?
Yeah.
The last time I got checked, I was like 12 years old, and I was throwing a 78. I don't know if that's good or not. The mound was a little bit closer. Yeah.
Were you playing like travel or like kind of like what level?
No, I didn't. See, I wasn't that dedicated. I didn't do the travel. Off season, it was football. I didn't do the year-round baseball. If I did that, I don't know if I'd be right here. I'd probably be a lot better than what I was.
When we talked to Bijan in Minnesota after the game, he talked about training camp and facing this defense. And he said, I thought I was tripping. I noticed something was really different about this group of guys. What did you notice about them that you're starting to see come to fruition in games?
Just the buy-in, the effort, like everything, like all across the board, the scheme. I feel like it fits the guys that we have, and I feel like it helps elevate everybody on the defense side of the ball, because it's like everybody can eat in that defense, and it's awesome to see. And Bijan, he said it right, man. When Brick first came, and we first started seeing the defense, it was like, all right, it's a little bit different. I feel like we're gonna have a really good year on that side of the ball this year, and so far we have been, and we look forward to them continue to dominate.
After the game, you also mentioned the fact that you don't really think. You always just have kind of been a quick release guy. When did you notice that was really a thing for you, and why is that helpful?
I don't know. People would just say that, like, whenever I was younger. Like, I think it first started when I was in, like, middle school. So, like, around that 13-year-old, around then, they were just always like, you get the ball out of your hands quick, and I don't know where it comes from. I don't know how I got it, but I'm happy and I'm blessed that I do got it. So.
Like 2 games in, how do you assess the play of Elijah Wilkinson stepping into that role and holding it down right now?
It's been good, man. It's been good to be able to see him do what we expected him to do and what we thought he would do. So it's been awesome. I mentioned it before, obviously with Caleb going down, it was tough to see, but, for him to be able to come in, step in and, play the way that he's been playing, it's everything that we thought he would do, and we're excited to see that. So it's been awesome.
The last time you played the Panthers was at the end of the season. Obviously, things didn't go your way, didn't make the playoffs. But how do you feel like just such a different player from last year to this year going into that game?
Yeah, just more reps with the guys. Just more reps with the receivers. You know, I feel like reps is very crucial whenever it comes to quarterback or receiver. You know, when it comes to timing and, you know, knowing how guys are going to run different routes and, you know, come out of their breaks and where to put the ball so that I can be on time and give them a chance to, you know, get yards out the catch. So I feel like that's definitely been the difference so far.
Did that Week 18 loss stick with you at all into the offseason? If so, for how long?
Did it stick with me? Not much, not really long. It didn't really stick with me much. Once we got into the offseason, that was my first true offseason in my life, so it kind of felt good to just chill. Obviously, we wanted to be in the postseason, but I took advantage of what we had in front of us and the cards that we were dealt. So.
And what do you see when you look over at the Carolina defense?
You see talent. You know, obviously, I feel like those guys, you know, they present a lot of different things. You know, I feel like the scheme isn't like a lot of people would say the scheme wouldn't be as complicated as Flores' defense. But at the end of the day, like, they got playmakers, they got a good coach over there, and they will make plays. We just got to make more. But it's a lot of talent over there.
Sorry, but did you say you and Bryce trained together at the same facility?
Well, we train with the same coach. We haven't had the sessions together yet, but yeah. So I'll see him leaving as I'm coming in, or opposite. Yeah. So I'm with why am I blanking? John Beck. So John Beck, yeah, John Beck, Taylor Kelly, all those guys. Say it again.
Former BYU.
Yeah, BYU. You're right.
Michael, apologies if you've been asked this question already, but just with, you know, the rookies and the second-year players, yourself, and obviously Dorless, Root, you know, Jalen James, all these guys, Xavier Watts, Billy Bowman, getting involved so early and being, like, you know, one of the biggest reasons why you guys get that win on Sunday. How does that feel as being, you know, guys part of that class who's, you know, getting things done right now fast and often?
It's awesome. It's good to see, and it makes you confident that, you know, the Falcons on that side of the ball will be really good for a long time. So it's good to see.
Anything else?
How do you say number 7's name?
You said number 7's? I'm not even going to try. Are you talking about on my team?
Yeah.
Oh, Bajan. Bajan.
Right? What is it?
It's Bajan. That's how it's supposed to be said.
Yeah.
He accepts both ways, calls. But I think if his mom wants him to be called Bajan, you should call him Bajan. I just call him B. So.
You just call him. That's fair. That's actually probably the best way to say it.
Yeah, I just call him B.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Who's number 7 on there?